All right, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. So we actually got some interesting Nexomon 3 sort of in-game footage with regards to the encyclopedia. We got some information about the encyclopedia as well, so I'm going to let this sort of play while I go over some of the information that the developer brought us. But we get to look at a lot of things here, so let's just start playing this right now. Okay, so a few things that the developer had mentioned with regards to this footage, and I'll start at the beginning here, because I wanted a nice spot to start. So we'll start here. So as you can see on the screen here, you got like the Nexomon, the list of Nexomon, elemental affinities, different stats, and location data and stuff like that. So this is basically your Pokedex equivalent. You can see there's like a nice background. There's going to be like changing stuff. But this is what the developer had to say about this. So the encyclopedia, and then in parentheses, I'm not calling it a Nexopedia anymore. I don't think the prefixes did us any favors. Is a good opportunity to once again review the art direction for both the monsters and the environment, since you can in fact preview different backgrounds whilst browsing the monsters, as somebody suggested in the past. You're going to see the background changes in a minute. There's plenty that needs to be added to this menu, like sorting functions, a badge to show whether you've captured a monster, gameplay stats, evolution details, and of course, location data. I'm not really sure what kind of format we should be used for the location hint. We'll probably revisit after we finish our world map menu first, so I guess the focus with this video is just to get a feel of the UX direction. Don't bother with any of the numbers or stats shown. These were all randomized. Same goes for the sorting in the grid. I just put some monsters I wanted to show, although I wouldn't mind the Gargoyle being the first mon. What's up with the mystery stats? Some are placeholders as we look into deepening the battle mechanics and features. And I'd like to fit in a Cosmic toggle somewhere as well. Cosmic are Nexomon Shinies, if you didn't know. And if we have some sort of luring like in Nexomon 2, we should make room for that as well. Elemental affinities got their own space. After all the discussion, we settled for those elements. In a nutshell, there's no normal, and all things were put under arcane, also randomized. So there's going to be unnatural, dark, light, ghostly, and magical. I'm going to get into the elemental affinities in a second. So as you can see, the background you can like change the background. You can mess around with the different monsters and whatnot. 37 of them are out of order. They're just sort of what they have in game right now. So we can see that at least in terms of like the monsters they have set up for this, it's quite early, because I believe this game's going to probably have more Nexomon than Nexomon 2 did. But I'm not entirely sure about that either, because this is a 3D game. So with regards to elemental affinities, I made a video a while back. I'll link it in the description. There's basically a new system when it comes to types with Nexomon 3. So in Nexomon, there were, I think, 9 basic types in the second one and 7 in the first one. You had your like plant type, water type, fire type. And then I think Nexomon Extinction brought up Ghost and Psychic were like new types. But basically, like, you know, water's weak to plant. That's how it works. Well, in Nexomon 3, every monster has different elemental affinities, sort of like, it's not exactly the same, but it's got a similar vibe to Shin Megami Tensei, where you'll see like each individual monsters have different things that they're weak and strong to. So these elemental affinities will actually determine whether or not the monster is going to take like X amount of damage from what kind of type. So instead of there being like a set multiplier, monsters might take like more damage from like let's say like 25% damage more from water attacks, and like, you know, 62% damage less from another type. It might end up being a little bit convoluted and like overcomplicated. We're gonna have to see how it ends up playing out, because like again, the numbers are randomized, but like 34 fire, does that mean like it resists fire more, or it takes more damage from fire, or like it's gonna have to be explained, otherwise it's gonna be too complicated. Now with regards to stats, they did say like all the numbers are randomized, so like this thing's not necessarily going to have 94 HP, but they have we can see which stats are definitely confirmed to be in Nexomon 2, or sorry, Nexomon 3. We have HP, attack, defense, and speed. That's pretty much what we had in Nexomon Extinction. One criticism that I and many others have had is this simplifies things too much. Like if you don't have a ranged attack and a physical attack and a ranged defense and physical defense, it makes a lot of monsters too same-ish, right? You can have like 2 electric types that pretty much have like the same speed stat, and then just one's objectively better because they're all using attack and defense instead of like having like a physical special split like they did in Pokemon, right? So I definitely think they should add those stats. They could go kind of crazy with it and add other stats. Like there could be a stat that affects how potent status effects are, depending on how they go about status effects. Like since the game has sort of this like semi-real-time combat system going for it, they could do it so that like statuses do like percent damage, and like maybe if you have a higher like affliction stat, then the statuses will do more damage and stuff like that. So they could do stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, the game is looking like really good so far. It's definitely still not quite like up to late development. You can definitely tell this is still like an earlier development build of the game, but like in terms of like the monster graphics and stuff and the backgrounds and just like how the game looks, like it's looking really good. I'm really excited for this, even if it's still like maybe a year or two out. But you know, I say the game seems to be early development because they show a lot of like stuff in the void like you're seeing now, but who knows? Like who really knows? They might just be hiding a lot of the world. So we're not entirely sure when this game's going to be coming out, but we'll see. I like the little pig guy. Today's video is brought to you by Crazy Goat Games, the developers behind Tamer Town, a recently revealed city management monster taming title that seems to blend elements from titles such as Pokemon, Monster Rancher, The Sims, and more, in order to make a title where you can essentially live and breathe within an ecosystem where tamers and their Mokatons thrive, do battle together, expand the city, participate in expeditions, exploring new lands, work on jobs catered to each monster's unique abilities, compete in the Intercity League in order to claim glory for the town, and a whole lot more. The game features over 130 unique Mokatons to befriend, each with their own unique personalities, elemental affinities, and evolution paths. There's a plethora of undiscovered biomes to explore, a robust reputation system for your city which will determine who actually wants to live there, a tactical battle system that promotes team diversity and adaptability, and is basically, as stated, a real breathing and bustling environment. The game is coming to several platforms including Steam, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch 2, and PS5, with its early access release on Steam coming in the second quarter of 2026, and its full access as well as console launch coming in early 2027. Make sure to check out the Steam page and all other social media linked below to support the developers behind Tamer Town and support this channel. Thank you guys as always, and now back to the video. It is really cool that you can like change the background in their version of a Pokedex. Like usually it's just here's the monster, here's a picture of it, in just like with a white background, and like here's a little bit of information. But they're like this sort of like scenic mode that you have will be really nice for like taking thumbnail pictures and stuff like that. Like when the game's actually out. Like, oh, if you caught a Nexomon, you could go to the encyclopedia. Get rid of the menus like the dev keeps doing, and then just like snap a picture, put it on your thumbnail. So as a content creator, I'm definitely gonna enjoy having that as an option. Yeah, you can kind of see some of the biomes that they're gonna have here. This sort of like desert wasteland. Actually, now that I think about it, this might be the same location in Nexomon 2 where there's all those like bones from the Abyssal Tyrants. This might be the same location, or one of the locations. There are a few different locations with Abyssal Tyrant bones. And this kind of looks like the castle at the end of Nexomon 2. Where like the priest lady was like telling the story or whatever. Crown Plaza, that's what they call it. And you can see what looks like Super Saiyan 3 Goku in the background. Some sort of airship. There's I think that's Omnisun on 2 feet. Either that or Vados, I can't really tell. I'm really curious to see what kind of role Vados will play in this game. Yeah, I think that's Omnisun. Or not Omnisun, the pre-evolution of it. And you got that thick girl in the background. I don't know who that's supposed to be. Couple Dark Souls looking knights. Yeah, I don't know, man. The backgrounds are just looking really good. Like this ice area. The beach biome. Back there, the Crown Plaza. Yeah, these all look like areas we've probably explored before. Like, this could be that area, that optional area in Nexomon 2 that's kind of, I think it was to the west, that you can access that has, like, a lot of different, like, starter locations and stuff. This looks like that same area. Then you have, and you can see there's, like, a harbor in the back, too, and what looks like maybe a shop. I'm not sure if these are just going to be backgrounds for the encyclopedia specifically, or if these are actual areas in the game that they're using as backgrounds, because I think that would make sense. You might as well. And they don't have them particularly named, but it just says Arctic Beach, etc. This could be the tundra, right? It kind of looks like the same tundra from Nexomon Extinction as well. This is some type of dungeon. I'm sure there's going to be lots of dungeons. There were in Nexomon 2. There were a decent amount. Grid is just like that basic, like, kind of Unity thing. They might keep it like this, though, just for the sake of, like... Just for the sake of the encyclopedia. It's like, oh, look, you can have, like, a Unity-looking background or whatever. The grasslands. Again, there's many areas in Nexomon Extinction that this could be a part of. There's lots of grassy areas. And then, again, the desert biome with the Abyssal Tyrant bones. And then, yeah, back to the town. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys with regards to Nexomon 3 news. I think that the fact that the devs keep putting out more and more videos and devlogs and stuff like this is a really good sign, because we got a ton of Nexomon concept arts that were revealed. But when you get to see them actually in-game, I think it really does show progress. Like, it's one thing to just keep putting out concept arts. Like, developers have done that for years and not actually shown gameplay. But it's another thing when you're actually seeing the game. And the fact that they're working on, like, menus and stuff right now makes me think that the actual game is probably a lot more well done than, or not well done, a lot more further done than a lot of people think. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you excited for Nexomon 3? Are you going to get it when it comes out? When do you think it's coming out? Which platforms do you think it's coming out on? Make sure to comment all that fun stuff down below. And again, make sure to check out Tamer Town, the sponsor of today's video, in the description box. Help support the channel, help support the sponsors that support the channel, etc., etc. Special thanks to our supporters again, especially Wrathful Beast, Candy Marunci, Tragsoft, Nemo, and Chronomon. And I'll see you next time. Peace.